Peace and love, all family. What's up? Alright. Let's make them short and sweet. Now, what is energy? You know, energy is like something that we just don't see, but we feel. We interpret it as, I guess, potential energy and kinetic energy. Well, I'm just here to let you know, we're not going to make this into a long post or a long video. That, alright, there's other people here that can see energy. You got to go back to ancient. You know, one thing I've been doing is I study ancient stuff. Instead of coming forward to modern things, I like to hear what the ancestors, our immediate family ancestors, that is, not the elemental ancestors and the gods, have to say about these things that's occurring today. So that makes me study the past more than I study the present. Now, with that in mind, you know, I'm going to use other people's philosophy and mysteries to define what I'm trying to get to my point. Like, according to Rosicrucians, even the Hermetic teachings, when you get down into it, you realize that everything in existence in this world is really a hologram. And with it being a hologram, everything has to have a soul to it. Meaning that for it to exist in this physical world, it has to exist first in the astral world. And it's being projected down to here, into what we consider matter. But it's not literally being projected into matter. To get this concept, you got to realize, like, say if you was to take your eyes out your head, because you see actually the images and colors and everything inside here. You don't see it outside here. So being that you see it inside here, what are you really looking at? Well, you're looking at more of patterns, vibrations, waves, and we overlay it with image inside of our mind, inside of our brain. So being that that's the case now, this is what is being projected down onto matter. It's like, yes, it's like a mathematical binary number that's three-dimensional, and your brain, or what's called the conscious mind, could interpret it and decode it. Now, aside from that, you have now this spiritual essence to everything that exists actually in the astral world, have more parts to it. We see them as literally stable objects or inanimate objects, but all of them is alive in the astral world. So they have a live spirit to them. You would look like it as Newt, who is the darkness or space at night. You see, she's that, but she's also Isis too when she come down to Earth or whatever. So you see how, like, one energy have two forms. Well, it's just the darkness, and then the other form of it is an actual being that don't look like the darkness. So let's say, for instance, it's your car. I'm just using that. We know that ain't gonna happen, but that don't mean your car in the astral world will look like a car. It'll look like a being. You understand? But you'll see something like your rim on it or something, and you'll know that's your car. But I'm just using that to give you a quick description. To be accurate, I use a pet, your cat. Your cat is a prime example of that. Because for us, we're told it's a pet, it's a cat, it's an animal. But we don't know these is aliens, these is higher beings that is assuming one form just like us. And we see that physical form, but their astral forms, their other bodies, they're higher beings from Sirius, Pleiades, Orion, and so forth. So we can't judge everything we see just from the physical appearance. There's more going on. I just wanted you to understand that. So, you know, when you see things, there is a spiritual essence to everything. And if you don't understand there is, you're not seeing the whole picture. Look at it like back in the days. Let's go back to Atlantis. They didn't see images clear like they do today. They saw everything blurry. And being that they saw everything blurry, they was really sensing energy more than definition and letters and, you know, shapes like how we see it today. So with that in mind now, in the daytime they was more physical because of the light. But at nighttime, they would automatically leave their body and astral project and go into their higher self. When they go into this higher self, they're in a whole nother world, the world with the gods. This is where they would get their information from. Information in the sense like the burdock tree was a root that heals the liver. They would learn that aloe now is a god, the aloe tree, and aloe have a particular attribute to him that they get to know what the aloe is. So they get to learn everything. They meet the God that makes everything taste sweet. It's a sweet God. You can see him, smell him. And so when they walk around back in those days, same thing in Africa, they didn't have to literally taste it. They knew, because they had the essence of those scents, aromas, and those guys that was with them, that taught them at night. How you doing? Was always with them. So they had the actual instincts to know what everything was. So before they approached the tree or some type of element such as water, they knew what it smelled like, tastes like, and was good for before they even really got in view of it, just because of the essence of it, the soul of it. So if you don't know this, you wouldn't know that these things existed prior to now, and people doing it would be kind of surprising or new to you. But in reality, those are the things that we used to do. That's nothing new. Let me put this in 2 parts. I don't want to make this too long.